Let's feed our heads. If you're the parent of a toddler, then you've had this experience. You make something in the kitchen that you think the toddler will love. You put this down in front of the toddler, and the toddler looks at it and says, "I don't like it." And you think, oh my gosh, he or she has not even tried it. How can this kid say, "I don't like it," when he or she has no experience of it? Well, let me give you another example that's similar. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, brilliant guy, but he said that women have fewer teeth than men. I've read that the philosopher Bertrand Russell took Aristotle to account for this, because Aristotle could have found out that this idea was false if he had bothered to look into a few mouths. Aristotle also claimed that women had to menstruate monthly to rid their bodies of impurities, whereas men, having fewer impurities, would have a nosebleed 3 or 4 times in a lifetime. Okay, there's obviously some faulty logic going on there, right? Well, Sartre committed the same error. He claimed, as you will remember from the previous talks, that if you strip away all the objects of consciousness, what you are left with is nothing. But one wonders if you interrogate this idea, whether Sartre ever bothered to actually try it. Whether he undertook a discipline that wouldn't allow him actually to strip away the objects of consciousness. Now, there is such a discipline. It's called meditation. Meditation, if you go to a meditation teacher, that teacher will attempt to teach you to strip away the objects of your consciousness, the thoughts that fill your mind, the images, whatever, the feelings, etc. And when you do that, when you get rid of those layers, what you find is really interesting. And it's not nothing. It's no thing, but it's not nothing. Now, if you go to this meditation teacher, the chances are that he or she will begin by teaching you to breathe in and out and be laser focused on your breath, on breathing in, breathing out. Other possibilities, the teacher might, have you repeat a mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, or some other sort of chant, or have you repeat a divine name, one of the names of God, or stare at a mandala or a sand painting. Now, the idea there is to to get you to focus on something repetitive, to rid your mind of the flotsam and jetsam, the effluvia of the objects of consciousness, to clear your mind, heart, soul. Because when you do that, when you strip away the objects of consciousness, what you find is the one. There are many names for this. Om, O-M or A-U-M. The jewel at the heart of the lotus. Om Mane Padme Hum. The Atman. When you strip away the objects of consciousness, what you find is this ultimate bliss and connectedness to the entire universe. This feeling of infinite reach of your being and perfect bliss. You step over into what the Buddhists call the Pure Land. Over 2,500 years ago, the people on the Indian subcontinent were writing these astonishing philosophical texts called the Upanishads, and in one of these, now this was happening when almost all of Europe was illiterate. Astonishing. And in one of these, the Chandogya Upanishad, a father is talking with his son, and he explains that the heart of being is the one, the God. He uses this phrase, Tat Tvam Asi. Tat Tvam Asi. Which means that thou art. Now, can I prove this to you? Well, there's an old joke. How many Vietnam veterans does it take to change a light bulb? And the answer is, you wouldn't know because you weren't there, man. Some things you have to experience yourself. You have to go there. So I highly recommend that you go find a great meditation teacher or program and go there, man. Because you will find the truth of what I've just told you. When I was teaching, sometimes I would close my eyes for a second and go there. And sometimes students would say, Mr. Shepherd, what are you doing? And I would say, I'm taking a very, very short vacation. This is a healing thing. When you go to that place, once you've been there, you can always go back. You can always go back. You can go back to that place of cosmic connection, of bliss, that limitlessness, that connectedness to all. Now, this idea, this ancient idea, way, way back in the Upanishads, is confirmed by some interesting stuff in modern physics that we will talk about later. At any rate, that's what Sartre got really, really, really wrong. It is not nothingness at the heart of being. It is no thing. It is the one that permeates all of the universe. There's a wonderful ancient Hindu myth. The Buddha goes to sleep on a lotus pad, and he has this dream that lasts, I don't know, what was it, 1.5 billion years or something. And the dream is all of this around us. And so the length of his dream is one of the epochs. And according to this great book, the Mahabharata, the Great Battle, also written in ancient India, Shiva, the destroyer god, who's one of the manifestations of Brahma, is supposed to destroy the world. He's supposed to have done it a while. Wake Brahma up. But he so loves this world that what he does is he fulfills his duty. He destroys it, but he brings it back into existence so quickly that nobody notices that it was gone and it's back again. Which is like the old philosophical idea that maybe there is no past. Everything sprang into existence at this moment with these memories of a fake past. And of course that's perfectly logical, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, okay. I'm not going to try to untangle that right now. The jewel at the heart of the lotus, the center, the heart of being, is the one. You are a manifestation of the one. You are part of the play of the one. You are one of the means by which God hears, sees, tastes, smells, interacts with, enjoys the creation, right? And you can know this by going there. Now, if you are one of those people who cannot learn to meditate, there are vastly different kinds of minds, and some minds are so constructed that they just can't do that. They can't let go. They can't let go. And I would encourage such people to try different teachers until there's something that works. Like imagining sitting on a river and your thoughts are just boats floating past. Just let them float past. Right? Or perhaps you need to find another way. There are other ways. And we're going to talk about those in this series. Meditation is not the only one. But there are other ways to go there, man. Okay, that's all for today. Love, peace, joy to you. Now, go off and feed your head.